Hey, how's it going? This is your daily sweet talk for October 16th, 2025. When is a baseball player like a spider? When he catches a fly. Ball. You know what I was thinking about recently? Ding fries are done. Remember that? Some of you may be thinking, oh yeah, from Family Guy. No! Not from Family Guy. This was a viral video from the early days of, I want to say early days of like Flash animation. This was like a photo animated little Flash animation, which was maybe mildly offensive. I don't know. It was the early 2000s, so everything kind of was. And then Family Guy did I think it was probably a cutaway gag where Peter just did exactly Ding Fries Are Done, beginning to end. That was it. That was the whole thing. And now, if you try to look up Ding Fries Are Done, that's what you're going to see is the Family Guy bit. If you reference Ding Fries Are Done, people are going to think, oh, from Family Guy. No one remembers this, because it was this flash in the pan, viral moment, which back then they lasted longer and made somewhat of a bigger impact, but also the internet had less, internet stuff like that had less cultural impact in general than it does now, I think. I would say. So when, something like that little 3D dancing baby, a lot of people would know it from the internet, but then most normal people would just know it because it showed up on Ally McBeal. And so then it would become, oh, it's the 3D dancing baby from Ally McBeal. Or, oh, those are the weird little Photoshop monkey animation creatures from the Quiznos ads, rather than like the viral videos that Quiznos commissioned into an ad. Because that's how it was back then. Now it's like, if you see Hawk Tuah in an ad, it's like, oh, it's Hawk Tuah from Hawk Tuah, or whatever. Bad example, whatever. But that's how it is now. But Family Guy was one of the early adopters of that sort of thing, I guess, to where now, another example, if you reference Peanut Butter Jelly Time, that one a lot more people do know than Ding Fries Are Done, but a lot of people also just know it as the Family Guy version, where they just make the joke Peanut Butter Jelly Time. Now that one they do add a little bit to it, but Family Guy likes to do this thing where their entire joke a lot of the time is just that they're recreating a thing exactly for what it is. And sometimes there's a little bit of a meta commentary on this. I know they did like a commercial. They did this recreation of this old commercial, and then there was Peter explains the joke in the show where they're literally just like saying, "Oh, this is based on this like old ad." But most of the time it's just like you get it if you get it, and if you don't get it, now it's a Family Guy thing, and that's the annoying part to me. And I'm not like a big Family Guy fan. I mean, it has its moments. But this is something I hate about Family Guy, is how it basically lays claim to these previously existing jokes and cultural moments by recreating it in the show, and then that becomes what it is, because a lot of them are sort of niche references, and Family Guy is less niche. People post Family Guy clips all the time, so you're bound to, click on a Family Guy funny moment and see this moment, and then just it becomes a Family Guy moment. And I don't think they really do enough to credit the original things, because it's a TV show. It's making a reference. It's parody art. But I feel like Family Guy in particular, compared to, I can't think of anything else that really does this to the scale that Family Guy does it, where it like basically reclaims the joke itself, because Family Guy is that big. I don't know. You get the idea. I don't have time to explain more.